ازاي تتجرأي تلعبي رياضة زي دي؟ ازاي تتجرأي تجري ورا حلم شبه مستحيل؟ ازاي تتجرأي تعملي المستحيل؟ اتجرأت أكون أول سيدة مصرية تحصل على ميدالية ذهبية أولمبية.
قالوا لي ازاي تتجرأ؟ ازاي تتجرأ تتحدى الظروف؟ ازاي تتجرأ تكون البطل؟ بس أنا اتجرأت أكون عكس التوقعات، اتجرأت أكون رقم 5 عالميا في السباحة، اتجرأت أكون أول عرب وأول أفريقي، اتجرأت أكون أسرع سباح في مصر 9 سنين ورا بعض.
ازاي تتجرأي تبقي مختلفة؟ ازاي تتجرأي يكون ده شغلك؟ أنا اتجرأت أفضل ورا الحاجة اللي أنا بحبها، اتجرأت أعمل الحاجة اللي أنا بحبها وأنجح فيها. اتجرأ تكون أنت.
اتجرأ تكون أنت.
اتجرأ تكون أنت.
Life would definitely be smarter and more comfortable for the next generation. With smart technology, we can control our digital products simply with our voice or gestures.
I'm a designer myself, so I value the beauty and balance of every product in my daily life. I believe that next generation will be surrounded by digital products with better and more unique designs.
For me, the next generation is about connection, the connection between one device and others, and the connection between people. Technology in the next generation will bring people closer with its convenience and endless fun.
Next gen is about freedom, I think. Cutting-edge technology will enable the young to tune out the chaos in their lives and show their true colors.
How dare you, they say. How dare you be disruptive? How dare you raise your voice at me? How dare you talk like that, like you actually know what you're talking about? Stop talking. Can you do that? Now look at you. How dare you wear pink, wear blue, dress like a girl, dress like a boy, dress like... What is that? How dare you be like everyone else? How dare you be different? How dare you be the difference? How dare you be defiant? How dare she? How dare he? How dare they? How dare you? How dare you be quiet, be loud, be crazy, be hated, be loved, be the voice, be the change? How dare you be you?
Hi everyone, I'm Madhav, Vice President of Realme. A warm welcome to all our friends who are watching us live. Today I want to share some exciting stories with you before introducing the new products. It has been 14 years since the birth of the first smartphone, and smartphones have significantly changed everyone's life. There have been many great brands which contributed to the development of the industry. Realme is honored to be the part of this, bringing innovative technology and leap-forward products to the global youth. We have been very lucky. We went from ranking 47th in the global smartphone market to entering top 6 for the first time in the short 3 years. With a smartphone market share of 5%, Realme became the 5th biggest Android smartphone brand. 5G has played a key role in the rapid growth of Realme. According to the Counterpoint report, Realme's sales of 5G smartphones in the emerging markets accounted for 16% of the total smartphone sales, surpassing Samsung's 10% and Xiaomi's 11%, highest among all the Android smartphone brands. Realme has become the true 5G popularizer. In the meantime, Realme is also the fastest growing brand in the top 6 based on our current growth rate. We expect to double our global market share to 10% in 3 years. Single-year shipments will reach to 100 million units in 2023. What made us even more proud is that more and more medias and users regard our products as flagship killers. They see Realme as a real industry giant challenger. At the Realme GT offline event in Warsaw, Poland, a Realme user named Jeremy drove 350 kilometers from Wrocław, the westernmost city in Poland, to Warsaw to participate in the Realme GT offline event, hoping to be the first to experience it in hand. Our team member in Poland feels more encouraged to be affirmed by the users than just becoming top 3 smartphone brand in Poland. I would like to especially thank our 100 million users around the world. Thank you for your support and feedbacks on the new product features so that we can work with you to create better products. For now, we will concentrate our resources to build 2 hero product series, Realme GT series and the Realme Number series. The Realme GT series will keep being flagship killers challenging the industry's giant. We will also introduce the premium flagship in the GT series later this year, competing with the industry's top-notch flagship head to head. As for Number series, it will fulfill our mission of bringing leap-forward products to the global youth with leap-forward performance and the trend-setting designs. Speaking of Realme's designs, you might have been impressed by the Realme's first fluorescent back design on the Realme 8 Pro, world's first dual-tone leather back on the Realme GT, and world's first suitcase back design on the GT Master Edition. All of the great designs come from the Realme Design Studio, the first independent design studio in the smartphone industry, just like Porsche Design to the Porsche. Realme Design Studio was founded by the industry design director Sere and Realme visual design director Paco, which now has over 40 young and talented designers, introduced over 100 works, won multiple world-class design awards. In the future, Realme Design Studio will cooperate with top design colleges, designers and fashion brands, keep bringing new elements and ideas to the smartphone designs. Now I will hand over the stage to JJ, who will give us an introduction of today's new product, Realme GT Neo2. Welcome, JJ.
Thanks, Madhav. Hello, everyone. My name is JJ. Thank you for joining us today. GT Neo2 is one of the most anticipated Realme device ever. Well, that's because it is the most polished, well-rounded flagship we have made so far. But before that, I would like to talk about Realme GT series. There have been a lot of discussions among fans and tech enthusiasts alike on what Realme GT is. So today, I would like to take the opportunity to give you some insights on what Realme GT is. With so many flagship smartphones floating around in the market, it has become more common for companies to focus on meaningless innovations just to stand out, even if they don't benefit the users. Companies pay little attention to details. The quality of material used aren't as great as it should be, which affects the overall tactile experience when using the phone. And the price of the phone also doesn't make a lot of sense. Flagship smartphones are getting more expensive each year as companies squeeze in more hardware whether you need it or not. So the mission of Realme GT line is to make the best flagship smartphones that tech enthusiasts and power users would love to use. On the surface, this may sound obvious, but it is really hard to do it well. To do that, we have to focus on a few things. First, it is to have a deep understanding of our users' needs and wants. That drives us to design products that strikes delicate balance between form, function, and aesthetics. That will mean in refining every details and elements obsessively. Finally, since not all innovations are beneficial to our users, we need to have the courage to focus on innovations that truly matters. And that was the inspiration and principle for our Realme GT product line. We are surprised and encouraged to see many people resonate with that product approach. A few months ago, we have launched the first Realme GT globally as the genesis of our new step into the flagship space, with a follow-up of Realme GT Master Edition and Realme GT Explorer Master Edition in collaboration with Naoto Fukusawa. The attention and response from everyone around the world was overwhelming. We are incredibly grateful and excited for the support from you guys. From there, we have kept a close eye on your feedback on these products. In fact, we have also been looking closely at the smartphone industry trends. It used to be the case where you pay more for better specs and experience, hence the flagship price. But this is no longer the case today. The price to specs ratio of flagships has been moving in an opposite direction, where paying more doesn't necessarily mean flagship specs in all categories. Let's take a look at a typical flagship product setup to illustrate my point. We can see that while it has some top-tier specs in some area, but some sacrifices were made in other areas too. That means some part of user experience are great, but may not be so in other departments. And this is what we want to change with GT Neo2. We want to build a product from a holistic approach with a smart product choices that gives tech enthusiasts and power users a well-rounded flagship experience. Everything that we have learned and accumulated from all Realme GT fans throughout this period has led to this moment. Realme GT Neo2 is the result of many months of refinement on both software and hardware, making the user experience truly special. This is our most polished, well-rounded flagship yet. For everything you need, from flagship performance to smooth and secure software experience, well, this is everything in Neo. There's a famous quote by a Greek philosopher, Aristotle, saying that a whole is more than sum of its parts. With smartphones, a great experience doesn't come from a single specs. Often people attribute certain specs to the overall experience. We think that it is not simply the case. Great smartphone experience is more than the parts. It is about getting the hardware and software working together unanimously, giving you a polished, well-rounded experience. Having said that, Realme GT Neo2 has one of the most impressive specs we're going to see this year. So if you are here for the specification, I'm going to share everything about it in the next 30 seconds. It runs on the latest Snapdragon 870 processor, stainless steel Vapor Coating Plus, features a 120Hz E4 AMOLED display, 64 megapixel triple camera, and a 5000 mAh battery with a 65-watt super dark charging. Now that the specs are out, this is it. For those of you who are interested to see what GT Neo experience is all about, let me tell you all about it. We think there are 5 things we have to focus on GT Neo2 to create a truly polished experience. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The first thing you notice about a product is its design. As we spend more time with our smartphone these days, it became part of how we keep in touch with people we care about. So we want to create a form factor that is comfortable to be held on even for a long period of time. And that's why we spend a lot of time refining and iterating every last details down to 0.01 millimeter at a time. We often create a whole new prototype just to make sure we get all the elements, tactility, and visual right. To do that, we have studied over 1,000 different hand samples from all around the world to understand how smartphones is influenced by the contact area with the user's palm. We learned that the ideal comfortable hand feel is where the weight and pressure distributed evenly throughout the contact area. In GT Neo2, we concluded there are 3 key areas we should focus on in order to create the ideal, comfortable hand feel. They are curvature, thickness, and material texture. So we have implemented a continuous curve back and an exact 52-degree angle. Thanks to its brilliant contour design, GT Neo2 fits naturally at the palm of a hand with minimum contact of edges and corners. Built on remarkable precision, GT Neo2 is just 8.6 millimeter thick and weighs at just under 200 grams. You will immediately notice how slim and comfortable it is in your hand when you first pick up. We have also put in extra care on parts that you might never see, but you can certainly feel it. In GT Neo2, we have also improved the haptic experience with X-axis linear motor. So the response is now stronger and more responsive, giving you a true force feedback that feels crisp and tight. This is the kind of product choice we made to improve your experience, even if it's too small to be noticed at first glance. Let's move on to the back of the phone. This is also where our engineers and product designers spend most of their time on. We did a lot of experiments with color and glass. We make sure GT Neo2 looks as good as it feels. Right off the bat, GT Neo2 features a refined matte AG finish. We achieve this by making countless precise tiny corrosions on the surface of the glass to ensure the glass durability is still intact. The result is a smooth, silky, tactile feeling when you're holding onto it. All in all, from the curvature of the device to the haptic motor, realme GT Neo2 has the most polished hand feel and fit with refinement from inside and outside. In terms of colors, we have also made some breakthrough this time. Our team at Realme Design Studio took inspiration from digital urban nature. Reimagine what digital and nature can bring to smartphone design. Our designers work closely with complementary colors to create a harmonious colors effect that is both lively and inspiring. Let's take a look right now. Introducing Neo Green, a collusion between digital and reality. Neo Green is one of the most recognizable design visual Realme made to date. The Neo Green has a brushed, sci-fi-like green hue to it, accompanied with a strong dash stripes running across the back. In short, Neo Green is designed specifically for the bold and energetics. The second color I want to introduce is Neo Blue, and this is also my personal favorite. This colorway is heavily inspired by the dawn of sunset in digital urban nature, consisting of a sleek hint of yellow silhouette underlies with a tone of soft blue. The design asserts a sense of calming, restrained elegance that is pleasing to the eyes. So, how do you achieve this? We have studied over 200 samplings, created over 17 different prototypes in order to reach the results that we were satisfied with. The craftsmanship and color tuning put into it is impeccable, resulting in what we believe is our boldest design work to date. We achieved this dazzling effect by stacking 7 nano color sheets on top of one another carefully with a reflective layer right at the bottom, creating a hint of shimmering effect when the light hits, producing a calming elegance in both look and feel. In summary, from the way the device feels to how it looks, the design of GT Neo2 is by far our most polished yet. Each colorways are elegant and inspiring in their own way and were created with the same pursuit of excellence as the rest of the design. The second thing I want to talk about is the display. The quality of display can have direct impact on our overall user experience. After all, we spend hours scrolling through content on our phone. This is why choosing top quality display for GT Neo2 become one of the top priority. We believe a good display boils down to 3 things: color reproduction, brightness, and refresh rate. And our answer to that, well, it is the E4 AMOLED panel from Samsung. In fact, this is also our largest display ever at 6.62 inch with an extreme screen-to-body ratio of 92.6%. Having a great hardware panel is only half of the story. Our team has carefully tuned each display parameter carefully and faithfully. From maximum brightness to the uniformity of contrast and color, that means everything you see on GT Neo2 is as beautiful as it can be. Let's start with brightness. In terms of brightness, GT Neo2 also has one of the brightest displays in its class, peaking at 1,300 nits. So that means you can still see your content even under direct sunlight. With a precise 10,240 brightness levels, auto brightness now can adjust the display brightness intelligently to a more comfortable setting. As for color, the all-new E4 AMOLED display has an excellent color reproduction that reaches P3 100% with a contrast ratio of 5 million:1. That means content are expressed in more natural and accurate colors. Blacks are more blacks, and whites are more whites. GT Neo2 now also supports HDR10+. This is a technology that enhances the color and contrast dramatically, so that your content playback experience with each scene looks as the director intended to. The display also comes with a high refresh rate at 120 Hz. That means any content you experience on GT Neo2 can get up to 100% smoother compared to other phones. GT Neo2 can adjust its refresh rate based on the content automatically, so that battery saving is assured while ensuring the overall imaging quality is at its highest. If you compare it with the display from iPhone 13, you can see that GT Neo2 is able to maximize the battery life much better. In addition, GT Neo2 also offers a touch sampling rate of 600 Hz, which means the display searches for your input 600 times in 1 second, making the display response to your touch in no time. Well, with all these additional display features and innovations, we are still able to improve the overall power saving by 15%, or in actual practice, that's about 30 minutes additional usage. Now, if you compare realme GT Neo2 display against some of the premium flagship, such as S21 and iPhone 13, you can see that the display technology is on par, and even better in some areas, such as contrast ratio, peak brightness, and touch sampling rate. On top of that, it also has display technologies such as DC dimming, multi-level brightness adjustment, and more. In summary, this is by far our best display technology yet. What's the point of having a great display if the quality of speakers is mediocre? So, we have put in a serious pair of stereo speakers, and we have even tied up with Dolby for the Dolby Atmos. So with Dolby Atmos support, you have this three-dimensional audio experience that you deserve. The third thing I want to talk about today is performance. But first, let's get the specs out of the way before we dive into deeper. GT Neo2 is powered by the Snapdragon 870. This is the first decision we made when building the GT Neo2. There are actually very few phones sold using this chipset. But since we are focused on speed and stability in this device, this is the obvious choice. The leading Snapdragon 870 processor is built on a 7nm process technology with boosted performance from the predecessor. The 4-Cryo 585 CPU performs insanely fast at 3.2 GHz each. This is one of the fastest single-core performance Qualcomm offered to date. It also features the latest Adreno 650 GPU with performance up to 10% faster than its predecessor. Something that we are trying to achieve with GT series is sustained performance. Most smartphone brand today tries to impress you with best benchmark score, but often these are just peak benchmark scores. And peak benchmark score doesn't tell the whole story. That's because peak performance do not often equate to sustained performance. While we think peak performance benchmarks are nice, we believe sustained performance is what truly matters in giving you a consistent, fluid experience. That means we need a heat dissipation system that is effective and efficient. So our team set a goal for ourselves, and that is to come up with the most efficient heat dissipation system. And we want to solve this with the all-new stainless steel Vapor Cooling Plus. This is by far our most polished heat dissipation system yet. Let me tell you more about it. We have improved this cooling system from the original realme GT in 3 key areas: thermal paste material, cooling area size, and overall cooling system structure. Let's talk about the cooling structure. This time around, we have implemented an 8-layer cooling system structure in GT Neo2 to dissipate heat more effectively. The second improvement we have made was to increase the total area of stainless steel VC heatsink to 4,129 millimeters square. This is also by far our largest stainless steel VC heatsink yet. The total increment of overall cooling area is up by 30% from previous generation found on realme GT. What that means is that the stainless steel VC heatsink now covers 68% of motherboard area and 42% of battery area. So the heat dissipation speed are more effective and efficient at the same time. Let's see how it works in actual practice. The result is a decreased CPU temperature area by 18 degrees Celsius and 20% increase in heat transfer efficiency. So it can run at peak performance for a longer period of time. Next, I would like to introduce an all-new thermal gel compound in GT Neo2. We are calling it Diamond Thermal Gel. Realme GT Neo2 is also the first smartphone in the world to use such thermal compound. In case you are wondering, the thermal compound actually contains 20% meshed diamond dust. You might ask, what's the advantage of using diamond in the thermal gel? Well, that's because diamond is a better thermal conductive material compared to other materials. You can expect up to 50% more effective heat transfer in actual practice. So, how does our stainless steel VC cooling system Plus stand against our flagship? As you can see, Samsung S21 is around 3 degrees Celsius higher than the GT Neo2. This may not look much, but it can certainly affect your user experience in the long run. In the lab test against Samsung S21, the thermal control of GT Neo2 kicked in immediately to ensure the consistent performance. All in all, this is our most polished heat dissipation system we have just yet. It will help you manage temperature of GT Neo2 much better for those long gaming sessions, as well as will maintain better battery life of the device. And speaking of battery, Realme GT Neo2 features a massive 5000 mAh battery. This is also by far the largest battery capacity on any smartphone running on Snapdragon 870 processor. That means you can expect up to 24 hours of video playback and up to 8 hours of gaming on a single charge. But just in case you finally need to top out your battery, we've got you covered with our signature 65-watt super dark charge, bringing 0 to 100% in just under 36 minutes. In terms of RAM, I'm glad to share that GT Neo2 will be shipping with up to 12 GB of RAM. And to take things up a notch, GT Neo2 also features the beloved dynamic RAM expansion to effectively expand the RAM with up to extra 7 GB. This will allow you to read and write files faster. GT Neo2 also comes with up to 256 GB UFS 3.1 storage. This is also the fastest storage we have shipped to date. USF 3.1 technology will allow you to read and write files and data faster than its predecessor. So in summary, GT Neo2 comes with the most polished performance in our GT lineup. Every product choice we made was to make sure GT Neo2 is able to run on a consistent, fluid performance. It has a powerfully stable Snapdragon 870 processor, an all-new stainless steel Vapor Cooling Plus with up to 12 GB UFS 3.1 RAM for the ultra-fast read and write speed. Last and not least, a 5000 mAh battery with 65-watt super dark charge that powers your day in just under 36 minutes. The fourth thing I want to talk about is camera. Camera has become one of the most used features in a smartphone. It has also become one of the key focus for Realme. GT Neo2 has one of the most compelling camera setup for everyday power users and street photographers. That's because we have added 3 real camera lenses, including a 64 megapixel main camera to make sure you are capable of capturing every moment. We have also included the same street photography mode in GT Neo2, which happens to be a favorite camera feature that was only found on Realme GT Master Edition previously. The film simulation filters and DIS snapshot works across cameras, making it one of the best mobile street photography camera in the market today. The fifth thing I want to talk about is Realme UI. Like what I mentioned at the start, we believe a well-polished flagship experience is a combination of hardware and software working together seamlessly. This is why we have invested so much energy into optimizing your Realme smartphone to stay fluid and fast. Furthermore, we also make sure the look of Realme UI stays as clean as possible while giving you the liberty to personalize it to your liking. Today, we are taking Realme UI to the next level with Realme UI 3.0. For that, I would like to bring out Alessio to share with you everything about Realme UI 3.0.
Thank you, JJ. So everyone, I'd like to introduce to you Realme UI 3.0, which is based on the most recent Android 12. Design has always been one of Realme's strengths. So when designing Realme UI 3.0, we focused on users' feedback and took a vivid inspiration from reality. The outcome is a brand new style that's going to make your eyes pop out. We name it Fluid Space Design. This time, the design is more fluid, the layout is more spatial, and the overall UI experience is more expressive. Firstly, in terms of icon design, we have implemented a completely new 3D icon design. Our new icon design can be seen on the right. The outlining adds weight, and we use a semi-transparent design where different objects overlap to give you a younger feel. In the whole icon area, we added color projections resembling the main colors, which brings a greater sense of texture and dimension. The entire sense of design becomes more vibrant and three-dimensional once these elements are adjusted. It retains a sense of familiarity while adding a more fun 3D vibe. Of course, in comparison to Realme UI 2.0, we added a wider range of colors to better fit the diverse personalities of young people. Not only that, but we chose a layout that gives a special sense throughout. We lowered information density by leaving more white space. The title size, as well as the symbol and text contrast, have been enhanced to give consumers a sense of importance and concentration concerning the information they're receiving. This results in a more pleasant visual experience. As you can see, Realme UI 3.0 provides a see-through visual layout, allowing our users to fully appreciate each page. In addition to the enhancement of the design, we also bring more practical features. Personalization, fluidity, and privacy have also been greatly improved. Our Realme UI has always allowed for a great deal of personalization. Icons, backgrounds, fonts, and other elements may all be customized to suit the user taste. This time, not only did we make the overall theme colors customizable, or you can just choose any of your favorite hues and use them as the theme color, but we also made it possible to play around more with the always-on display. Users can modify the always-on display in Realme UI 3.0. You can upload a photo and enjoy a unique always-on display design that belongs to you and you only. Meanwhile, we also launched an always-on display of our Realme mascot, Real Meow. Look, each Real Meow has its own personality. Just choose the one that appeals to you the most and enjoy your all-new always-on display style. We also have lots of emojis, like ghosts, food, objects from everyday life, and simply everything you can think of. Use them for your always-on display or account ID for added fun and customization. Productivity and multitasking are the major motivators for today's youth, whether they're studying or working. Therefore, fluidity is an important focus for young people. According to our research, the majority of users have been really pleased with the fluid experience of Realme UI 2.0. And this has been further improved in Realme UI 3.0. Firstly, let's focus on the optimization of the basic system functions. The AI Smooth engine is being introduced in Realme UI 3.0, which adds all-around smoothness and reduces power consumption in the underlying logic. The total rate of memory usage has been enhanced, memory fragmentation has been minimized, and different programs are intelligently launched thanks to the AI memory comprehension and unified resource scheduling. This decreases memory usage by 30%, improves overall app launching performance by 13%, and increases battery life by 12%. At the same time, we optimize the animations. Previously, the speed of animations and the speed of gestures were tightly linked in the interaction animation. However, in the real world, this causes the animations to change too quickly and the gestures end up being too rapid and, as a result, uncomfortable. The animation engine determines the dynamic change or damping to constrain the movement and curvature of these objects. The effect follows the gesture more comfortably and thus it becomes more fluid. We also launching Floating Window 2.0. You may control your floating windows as you like, making them even more practical and convenient in a variety of communication and usage scenarios. Young people love to socialize, sharing their hobbies and interests and creating a deeper bond with like-minded people. Yet, the ease of sharing brings privacy concerns. Realme UI 3.0 also updates its privacy functions to ensure that your personal data and information are safer than ever before. Realme UI 3.0 has a new subtitle stitching feature that allows you to share your favorite pictures or videos privately. To safely share your life's moments, you may opt to delete the photo's location information and photographic data, including the timestamp, camera model, and settings. We also added extra limitations to app permissions. In the case of location data, for example, non-specific locations are utilized to safeguard location privacy. You can see the use of application permission in graphic, list of apps permission, and detailed information about the use of specific applications, allowing you to master your privacy use in all aspects. This time, our phone manager has also been reconstructed to bring together more security features in the phone system, which not only makes the phone manager more functional, but also makes it easier for users to find and use relevant security tools. Exciting much? We'll do our best to get Realme UI 3.0 to you as soon as possible. In December, we will be officially launching our Realme UI 3.0.
Thank you, Alessio. So in case you are still wondering why Realme GT Neo2 is our most polished flagship yet, let's do a quick recap. So far, I've been focusing on 5 key ingredients of Realme GT Neo2. The design is fresh and crafted with an obsessive details of attention down to the curvature of the device. An E4 120Hz AMOLED panel for absolute clarity and color reproduction for all of your favorite content. The performance of GT Neo2 is consistently fluid thanks to the stainless steel VC cooling system and Snapdragon 870 processor, along with software optimization. A 5000 mAh battery paired with our signature 65-watt super dark charge ensure you get a full day of power in just under 36 minutes. The triple camera works just how you would expect a straight photography focus camera should. Finally, Realme UI 3.0 is our most refined and personalized operating system while giving you dozens of new useful features.
ودلوقتي ملخص سريع لمواصفات موبايل ريلمي جي تي نيو 2 اللي جاي بمعالج كوالكوم سناب دراجون 870 5G بتكنولوجيا 7 نانومتر الموفرة للطاقة. وشاشة سوبر أموليد E4 بمعدل تحديث 120 هرتز ودرجة سطوع 1300 نتس، وبطارية هائلة بحجم 5000 ملي أمبير، وشاحن 65 واط سوبر دارت بيشحن من 0 ل 100 في 36 دقيقة، وكاميرا ثلاثية بدقة 64 ميجا بكسل مع وضع تصوير الشارع الحصري من ريلمي، وسماعات ستيريو دولبي، وحجرة التبريد بالبخار بالستانلس ستيل، وجي تي مود 2.0 وديناميك رام 7 جيجا بايت. جي تي نيو 2 هيكون متوفر باللون الأزرق نيو بلو.
realme, dare to leap.
موبايل ريلمي جي تي نيو 2 بريميوم بيرفورمانس فلاجشيب كيلر متوفر بسعر 11999 جنيه مصري لنسخة 12 جيجا بايت رام و256 جيجا بايت روم، مع هدية مجانية ريلمي واتش 2 وقيمتها 1999 جنيه مصري. واحب اقول لكم ان عندكم فرصة تجربوا موبايل ريلمي جي تي 2 برو حصريا في فروع ريلمي اكسكلوسيف ستورز في مول العرب واسكندرية.
هذا الوحش اللطيف جدا ريلمي جي تي 2. السنة دي عندك ريلمي جي تي 2 وجي تي 2 برو، واللي معايا ده هو نسخة البرو، واللي من أول نظر كده زي ما شايفين موبايل شكله شياكة. اللي معايا ده النسخة اللون الأبيض، في لون تاني كمان أخضر فاتح شوية كده، وفي لون تاني كمان اسود ولكن مصنوع من المعدن. الماده اللي معايا دي مصنوع من ماده مختلفه جدا غير اللي احنا متعودين عليه. زي ما شايفين انت من بعيد كده بتحسش هي شكلها ايه بالظبط، ولكن من قريب تحس ملمسها جلد، بس هي فعليا مش جلد، هي ماده صديقه للبيئه مسمينها بايو بوليمر. الماده دي اساسها فعليا الورق. زي ما شايفين كعاده ريلمي بنلاقي الجزء اللي عليه التوقيع بتاع المصمم بتاع الجهاز، هي شكلها شخبطه دي، ده توقيع الراجل اللي صمم الجهاز فعليا، واللوجو بتاع ريلمي طبعا. المره داخلين يعملوا فلاجشيب، هنحط لك اعلى مواصفات ممكن تكون عايزها واعلى مواصفات موجوده على الساحه فعليا، وده اللي موجود هنا. خليني اعرفكم ان هم مش بس داخلين على مواصفات قويه وخلاص، داخلين كمان يعملوا ارقام قياسيه. الموبايل ده بيحطم شويه ارقام قياسيه كده. بس الاول خلينا نتكلم على الشاشه. الشاشه اولا حجمها 6.7 انش فلات، مفيش ايدج في الجناب هنا. البازلز من جميع النواحي مش كبيره اطلاقا، والفتحه اللي في الشاشه طبعا حجمها صغير ولطيف. شاشه طبعا من نوع اموليد. احنا لسه طبعا بادئين نسمع عن ال LTPO2 اللي هي بيخلي الريفريش ريت بتاع الشاشه ينزل جدا عشان يوفر لك في البطاريه. دي بقى اول شاشه موبايل في العالم فلات ايدج مع LTPO 2.0. دي حاجه مهمه جدا، ما تاخدهاش حاجه خفيفه، دي بتوفر لك في البطاريه بالساعات فعليا. فالريفريش ريت بتاع الجي تي 2 برو فعليا بيقدر يتغير ما بين 120 هرتز لو انت بتتحرك في الشاشه، لو انت بتقلب في الهوم سكرينز، لو انت بتلعب جيمز وما الى ذلك، لحد 1 هرتز عشان توفر لك في البطاريه جدا. فلو انت سايب شاشه ستاتيك كده او بتتفرج على صوره او حاجه زي كده، بتنزل الريفريش ريت لواحد، واول ما تبدا تحركها تاني او تستخدمها في ابلكيشنز او تعمل سكرولنج زي ما احنا بنعمل كده، بتلاقي على طول ان الشاشه بتوصل معاك ل 120 تاني. الريزولوشن هنا كمان تمام، كواد اتش دي بلس LTPO 2.0، واضاءه الشاشه كمان توصل ل 1400 نتس. كثافه البكسلات حوالي 500، اكتر من 520 بكسل بير انش. الشاشه فعلا شارب جدا جدا. الالوان هنا كمان معديه البليون كلر. طبعا عندك سماعات ستيريو، وعندك بصمه تحت الشاشه، والسماعه مكانها على فكره في المكان المظبوط. طبعا الجهاز بيدعم ال 5G، ال NFC كمان هنا محسنين ومطورين الانتنز بتاعته بحيث يشتغل تقريبا من اي مكان حوالين جسم الموبايل. سعدني اقول لكم المواصفات هنا ممتازه. عندك سناب دراجون 8 جين 1 احدث معالج من كوالكوم 4 نانومتر. عندك معاه رام يوصل ل 12 جيجا بايت، ذاكره داخليه توصل على حد علمي لحد 512، مش ناقصك اي حاجه هنا من ناحيه المواصفات الداخليه. ريلمي كمان بتقول على فكره انها محققه ارقام قياسيه هنا في حجم نظام التبريد الموجود على البروسيسور، مستخدمين ستينلس ستيل وفيبر تشامبر ومواد كتير في بعضيها عشان يخلي درجه حراره الموبايل دايما ممتازه حتى لو انت بتلعب جيمز وبتستخدم حاجات تقيله. الشاشه هنا التاتش سامبلنج بتاعها 1000 هرتز، مش فاكر انا سمعت الرقم ده قبل كده. 1000 هرتز ده يمكن برضه يكون رقم قياسي لوحده، فتحس ان كل حاجه اسلس بمراحل وانت بتتعامل مع الشاشه سواء في الجيمز او في اي حاجه ثانيه. حجم البطاريه هنا 5000 ملي امبير، دي حاجه برضو غير متوقعه خالص اول ما تمسك الموبايل في ايدك. 5000 ده رقم محترم جدا، وزاد كمان على حجم الشاشه هنا مع ال LTPO 2.0. اتوقع عمر البطاريه هنا هيكون ممتاز. حاجه كمان عجبتني جدا هنا هو موضوع السوفت وير. طبعا الموبايل بينزل مع اندرويد 12 مباشره، ولكن ريلمي بتوعد ب3 ابديتس اساسيه مع اندرويد، يعني هيجي لك اندرويد 13 14 15 و4 سنين كمان من السكيورتي ابديتس. عندك هنا 3 كاميرات زي ما شايفين. عندنا هنا نظام فلاش ثنائي والكلام ده ليه لازمه هقول لكم عليه دلوقتي. الكاميرا الاساسيه هنا 50 ميجا بكسل مع فتحه عدسه f1.8، فيها منها حساس بصري OIS. اما الكاميرا اللي تحتيها دي على طول هي كاميرا الالترا وايد، وهي كمان 50 ميجا بكسل. دي حاجه ممتازه عشان ما تحسش بفرق في البرفورمانس ما بين الكاميرتين. لكن مش بس كده، كاميرا الالترا وايد دي عامله رقم قياسي انها اعرض كاميرا الترا وايد في العالم، مع درجه يعني بتوصل 150 درجه. ايه الكاميرا الثالثه بقى؟ الكاميرا دي كاميرا ماكرو، بس مش كاميرا الماكرو اللي انت عايز تتجاهلها. الكاميرا دي 3 ميجا بكسل، مش رقم رهيب، ولكن بتديك 40 اكس ماجنيفيكيشن، بتديك زوم رهيب جدا انك تقرب من اي حاجه تشوفها كانها مايكروسكوب فعليا. الباكج دي بصراحه متوحشه، خصوصا كمان على السعر. الموبايل ده سعره بيبدا من $750 او 750 يورو تحويلا، كمان تلاقيه $750. ده رقم ممتاز على فعليا فلاجشيب متكامل من ناحيه المواصفات الداخليه، البطاريه، الشحن، الشاشه، كل حاجه كانت بصراحه مغريه جدا.
Greater than you see. realme GT2 series.
ازاي تتجرأي تلعبي رياضة زي دي؟ ازاي تتجرأي تجري ورا حلم شبه مستحيل؟ ازاي تتجرأي تعملي المستحيل؟ اتجرأت أكون أول سيدة مصرية تحصل على ميدالية ذهبية أولمبية.
قالوا لي ازاي تتجرأ؟ ازاي تتجرأ تتحدى الظروف؟ ازاي تتجرأ تكون البطل؟ بس انا اتجرأت اكون عكس التوقعات. اتجرأت اكون رقم 5 عالميا في السباحه. اتجرأت اكون اول عرب واول افريقي. اتجرأت اكون اسرع سباح في مصر 9 سنين ورا بعض.
ازاي تتجرأي تبقي مختلفة؟ ازاي تتجرأي يكون ده شغلك؟ انا اتجرأت افضل ورا الحاجه اللي انا بحبها. اتجرأت اعمل الحاجه اللي انا بحبها وانجح فيها. اتجرأ تكون انت.
اتجرأ تكون انت.
اتجرأ تكون انت.
Life would definitely be smarter and more comfortable for the next generation. With smart technology, we can control our digital products simply with our voice or gestures.
I'm a designer myself, so I value the beauty and balance of every product in my daily life. I believe that next generation will be surrounded by digital products with better and more unique designs.
For me, the next generation is about connection. The connection between one device and others. And the connection between people. Technology in the next generation will bring people closer with its convenience and endless fun.
Next gen is about freedom, I think. Cutting-edge technology will enable the young to tune out the chaos in their lives and show their true colors.
How dare you, they say. How dare you be disruptive? How dare you raise your voice at me? How dare you talk like that, like you actually know what you're talking about? Stop talking. Can you do that? Now look at you. How dare you wear pink, wear blue, dress like a girl, dress like a boy, dress like... What is that? How dare you be like everyone else? How dare you be different? How dare you be the difference? How dare you be defiant? How dare she? How dare he? How dare they? How dare you? How dare you be quiet, be loud, be crazy, be hated, be loved, be the voice, be the change? How dare you be you?